Crikey.
Yeah.
It's already going. That was quick. Right, so then we could have a doorway here, or have it so this is the doorway just here. Hello everyone, welcome back to Alfie's Agriculture. This is episode 5 of season 2, and yeah, this is going to be after the new year. Today is New Year's Eve, so whatever you've been doing over New Year's, happy New Year to all of you and your families. Hope you've had a good time, and also Christmas, of course. We had a great time here at the Alfie's Agriculture family. Just yesterday I watched Kian's second video. If you haven't watched Kian's video, I'll link that in the description. It's very good, very fun. He's made a lot of progress on his plot, where he has cleared the end of his plot where he's going to be building his shed. He's still got a little bit more clearing to do, but most of it's done. Very impressed by his hard work. And also his partner was here and doing some work inside the polytunnel. So it was a great watch. If you haven't already, definitely go and watch that one. But today, I think we're having a fire. My mother's here as well. I'll get her mic'd up soon. Just give you a little sneak peek. She's already gotten started. She's a little fire starter, this one. There she is. Getting a little fire going. She loves it, she does. Any excuse to start a fire and she's there. I think that's the only reason she came today. But yeah, we'll go and get her mic'd up and we'll head over there. Crikey.
Yeah.
It's already going. That was quick. Alright, better go and get my gloves.
Yeah.
Jesus, smoky.
It's going out. There's a little bit inside. Need some little like twiggy bits. Oh well. It's gone. Need a bit of paper then to put round here.
We've got some in the shed.
Might be some over here.
For things that are so dangerous, they seem to be so hard to get going. We're having it where it's catching and then it's smothering itself, and then it's catching and it's smothering. It's a bit of a nightmare, really. We'll leave her to do that whilst we go and talk about the plans for what we're going to do in the future with the allotment. So, if we go down towards the top of the allotment where my shed is, you may remember last season where me and Kian started building this extension to the corn house. I'm planning to actually take this back out and remove it because I've had a better idea. I think. I'm hoping it's a better idea. Right in front of our potting shed, there are these posts, this one, and it has a beam going across the top along here, as if it's like half built of what I'm kind of thinking of. So we've got a little tree here. If I take that up and put another beam there, and then another beam where my mother's water butt is, just here, then I could put a cross beam there as well, and then connect it all up to that original beam, and then connect that original beam to the potting shed. And then we've got basically a doubled footprint of the size of the potting shed here. And then I can, instead of doing, a potting shed like that, I can actually just put like polytunnel material and then turn it into like a polytunnel. But it's not a tunnel, it's a house, like a poly house, like a greenhouse, kind of like that shape of the greenhouse, but it won't be glass, it'll be polytunnel material. Kind of like this plastic that's on top of here, but not cheap, because that stuff's got loads of holes in it. Kind of like Kian's polytunnel over there, that green stuff. So I need to get 2 beams and the spikes that go into the ground, the metal spike things, 3x3s I think they are, 3" by 3" beams. And you get a metal spike, you spike the metal spike into the ground, and you just sit the beam on top and screw it in. 2 of those, and then a cross beam on top. I think we have the wood for a cross beam, and all the rest of the wood we'd need to connect it all up. We'll just need to get the polytunnel material. In fact, I could even turn the potting shed into a polytunnel, because obviously it's already built. All I got to do is just recover this top part, and then this wall here, this front exterior wall, will be covered by this new build polytunnel anyway. So it'll be like we've got a whole polytunnel in the potting shed as well, which will be nice. And the more I think about it, the better it sounds. I mean, if you've got any advice that you think would say otherwise, please let me know. And also, if you've built a polytunnel or you have one or anything like that, also let me know all the pros and cons of them and what I should do whilst building one and designing one to avoid complications down the road. Obviously, I know it'll mean that the plants don't get watered inside, but I need a polytunnel. I really do. I mean, I tried peppers last year, and they just did not grow. I need a polytunnel for the hotter climate plants that need it. And Kian has generously offered that I use some of his polytunnel space in exchange for him using some of my cornhouse space, which I've said completely, yeah, go for it. Because obviously there'll be some things that he wants to grow that will need a cornhouse, or like a birdhouse, and then some things that I need to grow that will need a polytunnel. But I thought, I don't think I'll have that much space in Kian's polytunnel anyway, so I'd like to build my own one, which I can do here. We've got those big frame pieces that we used for the greenhouse extension anyway, on the cornhouse, which I can just use those if needed. So I'm just in the shed as well, and it's not very clean in here anymore. My mother keeps bringing stuff, and then she'll just put it wherever's got space, and it's just building up. And I've got no like worktop space, so I'm just going to do a quick clean up in here. Sorry, pardon me. Yeah, I'm just going to do a quick clean up and clear out some things that can go out to like the compost bin or whatever, and actually have some worktop space again. There you go, so it's pretty clean now. And I've just got the old rod that I was planning on using as like a curtain holder, which will go along here at the top of the windows, and then we can have a curtain. So then we can peel this film off and we can actually look out the windows in the summertime if we want to sit in the shed. We just need to mount that, and we also need to find some fabric to actually use for the curtain. But yeah, it's looking a lot cleaner in here. I've actually got a worktop to use now, so I can put my stuff here when I get to the allotment. Okay, I think I'm going to clear this area in front of the potting shed as well, just so we can actually get a better look at what we're working with for the future polyhouse, as I'm going to call it. Just give you a better view, a little bit further away so you've got a wider angle. There you go, that's better. Lovely. Get my gloves on for this. So we've got all the old water tank things that we used, the handheld ones, which were very useful, but we don't really use them anymore since we've got the big hose that can run straight from the well to the water butt. We don't need to manually walk all of the water. So these, to be honest, if Kian wants them, I can give them to Kian. Not sure if he will. Oh gosh. Just soaked myself. God, I hate plastic bags. Just got these pots which can go into the potting shed. Get that open. God, it's been a while since I've been in there. It's probably got loads of spider webs all across it. I'm about to walk into a whole nest. Sure, blimey. This place has seen better days. All of the pots that we organised has fallen down. Blimey. Oh. Right, so then we could have a doorway here, or have it so this is the doorway just here, which I might do in fact. Take it to here where this beam is, so it lines up with the potting shed. There's a hook on here, I don't know what for. It's a pretty good area, pretty good size. We just need to cut all the grass away, pop ground sheet down, and then start building on top of it. Here we are, I have to draw up a plan for this, and then get the parts. But once we've got the parts, this could be a one-day build. You know, build it all in one, as long as we've got all the parts. So I think that was the issue that we had with the extension. We didn't have all the parts we needed, like for the roof. If we had all the roof parts, I think I would have built it all in one day, but we didn't. So we delayed it, and then we never actually ended up getting around to finishing it, which is kind of the reason that it didn't get finished, I think. So I think we won't start this until we've got the parts. But wood I can source that. It's the, do you know what I'll do? I'll put polytunnel, like plastic material. I'll put that on the Amazon wish list. If anyone wants to help out, you can grab that, and then I'll have no excuse not to build it then. Ground sheet as well, to be honest. We need ground sheet to pop down. So if anyone wants to help out at all, it'll be ground sheet or the polytunnel plastic material. Many thanks if you do. Let's go and see what Mother's done. She's cleaned up the area beside her greenhouse. She's raked all of the biomatter, the foliage, and she's used a broom to broom it. Now she's doing the part at the end of her, what's it called, vineyard area. I'll just give you a little update on what she's done. One sec. Oh, look at you go.
Yeah.
Machine.
Got to clean my fruit area.
Jeez, it is looking a lot clearer, isn't it?
Hey?
Looks so much clearer.
Yeah.
Blimey.
All about the preparation. Look at my little things growing.
What's that? Oh yeah. What are they?
Garlic.
I'll just give you a little. If you just see here, look, all of the ground sheet that's now cleared away. Some people don't like it. They don't like the look of just the black plastic ground sheet. But compared to this stuff, where you got to walk on top of that, I don't know. It's just when I first got here and got the allotment, I didn't like the look of the black ground sheet, and I wanted to put down wood chip. And the wood chip's nice, but when it turns into that stuff just here, it's just not nice at all, and I'd much rather just have the plain ground sheet, which I think Mother agrees. Do you prefer the black ground sheet?
I agree with.
Having just black ground sheet rather than having wood chip?
I did say that, and you put the bark on top, which is fine if you're going to keep pulling the weeds out, but if you're not going to pull the weeds out, it just turns to grass.
Yeah.
And Mother would like to start her own channel, which she already does have. And I'm sure she'd have many, many viewers.
Yeah, so why don't you do it?
So if anybody out there wants to help and edit my videos, you're welcome.
So there's a little update on Mother's plot and what she's up to. She is here. She's just doing some clearing preparations for next year, and she did also just mention that she doesn't want as many of the fruit plants that are in the vineyard area because it's just too obstructive, and we don't really eat most of them, so she might be planning on cutting down on those. We'll see. And yeah, she also said she wants to start doing some videos, but she's not sure whether she'd get the support for it. So if you guys want to see some Mother's videos, then leave a comment down below saying Alfie's mum we want to watch your videos. And then if she gets enough encouragement, I'm sure she'll give it a go. She's been talking about doing it for years, but she just doesn't get around to it. But I'm sure if there's enough encouragement on the channel, she'll see that and she'll give it a go. So we'll just have to wait and see, I guess, if you guys want to see that or not. But yeah, as I said, we'll be getting around to that at some point in the future. It'd be very useful to have next year in the growing season. You just have to get the materials for it. And obviously, as I said, if you want to support a channel, you can always go to the Amazon wishlist, and on there I've got some black ground sheet plastic to stop the grass growing through when we build it, and then also the polytunnel material as well. That would be greatly appreciated, but it's completely up to you, of course. If you don't have the money for it, don't spend. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful new year, whatever your New Year's resolutions are, or goals, or whatever your new tradition is, or anything like that. I hope you succeed in everything that you do with that. If I'm going to give Alfie's Agriculture a New Year's resolution or New Year's goal for this year, well, not yet. Today it's New Year's Eve, so not this year for me. This year for you guys, I would say it would be to grow peppers. That was my number one goal last year, and I didn't really get it. I mean, I grew peppers, but they were tiny and not really edible, so I'm not going to count that. So yeah, that is my number one goal for 2025 at the allotment. We'll see how that goes, because I don't know. Hopefully, if we get a polytunnel, we will be able to grow some. If you guys have any, if you guys have been watching over the past year, and you have any goals that you think I should try and reach for, please leave them in the comments. I'd love to have a little read through them all. It'd be quite funny. But yeah, best wishes to you all. Happy New Year and a Merry Christmas that's gone by. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.